Right. I have done all of my work for the morning and I thought I would come on here and have a discussion. I am still trying to save, still trying to save my relationships with the masculine. Um, I think this is a discussion that I want to have with men. And I want to say this to the male species because this is really what makes y'all very difficult to deal with. It's very difficult to deal with males. And I wanted to talk about that for maybe a couple of hours. I don't know. It's very difficult dealing with men. Um, and this has been a consistent problem that I've noticed. I think it's a man thing, honestly. What I noticed that they do is men, being that they don't really have much of an intuition, um, I think men would have better relationships with women. They would have a better relationship with themselves if they would stop trusting the words of liars. A part of having discernment is knowing when someone is lying to you. And especially when it's a betrayal, it's a double betrayal when a woman has either a male that is untrustworthy in their life or either a female. And for your response to be that you're going to accuse them of lies that their enemies told. Stop trusting in liars. If you know that, and I guess this is something that needs to be taught, and maybe it's a learned behavior. But if you know that a person is bitter and they're angry at a person, you already know that they're going to come out of their mouth lying on the person that they're angry at. So why would you go? First of all, why would you believe in the words of a liar to begin with? Like, this is, for me, this is one of the reasons why I'm a hermit, why I'm going into hermit mode, because I've noticed that people on both end of the spectrums, the evil people that lie, they're trying to destroy your life. And then I don't think it's necessarily evil for people to believe in liars, like, or to believe anything that they say, but I do think it's a foolish mistake. And you can't assume anything. You can't assume anything. I've actually had people accuse me of something that has never happened. Never. And you don't even need tarot cards to necessarily tell that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel it's a huge mistake. It's just a huge mistake that you're making, especially when you think you know, like, you think you know something. Why depend on information that is coming from a liar? I don't even want to hear anything that a liar has to say. If I know that a person is lying, or if I know that a person lies about everything, if their credibility is shot for me. And I've had people try to ruin my credibility and accuse me of things that are totally untrue, and literally finding myself being caught up in my life being flipped and turned upside down simply because there are people in this world that cannot discern the truth. They just can't do it. And so this is where you're giving either a liar or you're giving a crazy person power over you. Um sometimes people tell lies because they believe it, and because they believe it, you can believe it, but they believe something that's not the truth. Okay. And see, people need to start thinking about this. And I've noticed people that I've unfriended, people that you unfriend, they immediately start telling these lies and making up these falsehoods in their head. No, I just unfriended you because you had bad energy. If I become friends with you and my business starts drying up and I start feeling sick and I don't feel right around you and your energy seems bad to me, I'm going to drop you as a friend. Doesn't mean that, and when you do that, people make up all kind of assumptions. Oh, this person is doing this person is doing that. No, they just didn't want to be bothered with your bad energy. If I know that somebody is in my life and they are bringing me too much bad energy, and somebody says to me, hey, I don't want to talk to you because you've got some bad energy around you. I'm gonna, depending on who it is, I'm gonna understand, like, well, damn, I understand. Maybe I need to drop this person as a friend. Because some friends are actually your enemies. They bring in negative energy and they lie a lot. And somebody could be telling you the truth, 1000% the truth to your face. And why would you go and trust a liar? People lie because of all sorts of reasons. Jealousy, confusion. For some people, lying is a way of life. Everybody doesn't lie like that. Every woman doesn't cheat. Um, everybody doesn't go and do things and do spiteful, vindictive, sneaky things. Everybody doesn't have the interest in doing that. And a liar who is sneaky like that, they don't want to be that way alone. Misery loves company. Everybody knows that. If you have perfect peace and harmony in your life, and this lying snake comes up to you and tells you a lie, why would you believe them, anything that they say? Could it be because you were being dishonest yourself? I think that people that were doing things that they didn't have no business doing, people that do stuff that they know they don't have no business doing, that they know is wrong, they have a tendency to project that onto other people. It's not about being goody two shoes, it's just about being smart. That if I know that a person has bad energy, why would I? And here's another thing: if you see somebody that has bad energy and another person is around them, why would you want to be around either? Why would you want to deal with either one of those people? Why would you deal with them at all? Why would you listen to them or talk to them or believe anything that, you know what I'm saying, or believe what they say? If a person is a negative person, that's just like I had this chick accuse me of talking to her husband. I had never spoke to this man until like last week, I think it was. Why would I go and want to talk to your husband that you were telling me was beating you up and was broke? So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go for that. I'm attracted to that, right? So women will do that too. That it's like you accusing me of talking to this man, and why would I want to? Why would I want your problem? Why would I want your problems? Like, it just makes sense. See, this is the reason why I'm social distancing. I cannot do it. I can't. And see, for me, I'm a big germaphobe. I am also a big, I'm an energy. I'm not an energy phobic. I don't want to say it's a phobia or anything, but I'm very, very careful about hanging around with certain people energetically. If you have bad energy, more than likely, I'm not going to want to be around you. So I'm not going to go and take on somebody else's problems unless I would be prepared to fix them. And most of y'all, when y'all look at these love relationships with these men and these women, and they're not working on themselves spiritually, and you say, Jamila, I want to be with this person. I love this person. I totally understand. But it's going to cost you thousands of dollars to fix that situation, to fix that person spiritually. And they may not even respond to it for months and months sometimes. Sometimes it can take years to clear out negative energy from a person. I'm not that stupid. I know what kind of energy when I'm around somebody, I know how I feel. I know how things are going. If somebody is calling me or coming over to my house every single day and my bills ain't paid and I ain't got no food in the refrigerator, and I know that normally I do, I am going to say, self, this person is bringing bad energy into my house. I'm going to say that to myself. Well, it wasn't like this before you came around. Why is it all of a sudden like this now that you're around? So for me, I know how to assess that. That's why I unfriend people when I do. I'll unfriend you if you have bad energy, or if you're sending, even if you're not sending that bad energy to me, and I know you have that bad energy, I'm going to avoid you. Like I said, I'm not a self-destructive person. It's always been my personality. When people would run towards the fight, it was a couple of people that wasn't even in the fight when I was in school, and I never forget this. A friend of mine got bleach thrown in her face, and because I was wondering where she was at. So I get out of school, right? It's a big fight, so they fighting. So and like most of the school goes and runs towards the fight. I go and get on the bus. I go and get on the school bus because whenever there's a fight, the school buses can't take off. So we sitting there for like 20 minutes, right, while they fighting and while they trying to defuse it. The police had to be called. I went to Westport Middle School. This was when I was going to Westport Middle School back in Kansas City. I went and got on the bus and I was wondering where my friend was, and then here she's getting checked out by paramedics. They were actually throwing bleach on each other during the fight. Somebody had bought some kind of canister of bleach to throw, and a friend of mine got bleach thrown in her eyes. She didn't go blind, thank goddess. They had to flush her eye out and take her to the hospital. Her eyes, both of her eyes got burned by bleach. That right there, like even before that happened, I knew something told me do not go towards that fight because something bad is going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. Something bad happened to a friend of mine. So I don't need excitement. I don't, I don't feel like I need to live on the wild side. I don't. I am a very boring person. I sit myself at home. I don't go out. I don't get into trouble. I've never been that way. Even when I had my children, I only went out a few times on my birthday. I don't do nothing. I don't talk to nobody. I talk to my clients. That's it. When I get accused of something, more than likely it is a lie, or it is either an embellished truth. I don't go towards trouble. I don't need trouble in my life. I don't like it. In fact, been people have the ability. In fact, most people in this world have the ability to be destructive, but they don't have the ability to build. Me being a builder, I'm a builder. I'm a manifester. I don't have time for people that tear down and tear down. I don't. I'm not interested. So I think that like maybe I'm speaking and it's not going to make a difference, because to a person that is like that, and please don't ever project that onto me. And I noticed that sneaky and conniving people have a tendency to do that. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm not the one that's doing that. Because apparently that bad energy is too much for them to handle. You got to get yourself a cleanse. And if you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s and you're still doing childlike stuff like that, that means that evidently you've got some kind of generational hex on you. There's no way, for me, I've never involved myself in unscrupulous situations anyway. I've never done that, even when I was younger. But you would think that when a person gets in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, that they would know better. Trust me, I get phone calls all the time. I do readings all the time for women that have these men in their 50s and 60s, and they're still living the wild lifestyle. Folks getting stabbed and beat up, and I've never lived that lifestyle. In fact, people that are like that, I pretty much eliminate them from my life. I'll hang around people that will fight to the death and literally fuck somebody up. I will hang with those people if somebody comes to them. But for me, the type of people I like to hang around is people that tend to avoid trouble. I like to avoid trouble. And trust me, I've been fooled. I have been fooled. Just like some of you men get fooled. Y'all get fooled into thinking that, you done met a woman that, she just want to make love to you and cook and lay up in the bed and eat and play with you all day and night, or either, a responsible woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be thinking that y'all met a person like that, but you haven't. I've been fooled too. As a woman, and I'm a woman. This is why I'm scared to death of friendship, because I don't want that in my life. You know why? First of all, I'm self-employed. If I get affected energetically by something too negative, that can determine how much money I make. And I'm done. I'm done. All that negativity and strife. Angela Brown, I don't know if you're watching. Angela Brown left a message. She was like, Jamila, your other channel is gone. What happened to it? I said, it's not gone. I just took down all of the videos. Because all that crap, all those lies and deception, and it just leads to instability and struggle. I don't like instability and struggle. Those energies, I don't like them. I don't. So I stay away from people that bring that kind of energy into my life. And if you know somebody has done a person wrong, why would you accuse them of doing them wrong? Like I feel like bad people are just on each other's side. I really do. I feel like bad people, that I think that sometimes they either know the truth or either they don't know the truth. But at the end of the day, it's almost like they work together with, like they all work in a group. Hey, Angela. It's almost like they're in a group together. Like they're just like, even though I know that this is not the truth, I'm still going to accuse it just because I want you to take on my bad energy. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that, man. I just, and it's terrible on the income. The next thing you know, yeah, me too. Me too. I'm looking forward to Sam Hain. So yeah, I mean, no, and no, thank you. And guess what? Guess what? I am not on Section 8. I have rent to pay. I have rent that's due every first of the month. So I cannot go and involve myself in that. Otherwise, I'll be homeless and out in the streets. And I already told y'all my story about how I dodged the bullet of homelessness just recently. Just recently, my family could be homeless. I could have been homeless without a car. I don't have a car. to go live in if I were to get thrown out of my house. So I don't even want to talk about those people. I don't want to see those people's names typed to me. I don't want to have a conversation with those people. I don't want to have a conversation about those people. You have to eliminate people like that from your life. You don't pull them closer to you. You eliminate them unless you're ready for destruction. And people like that, sometimes it can take months and months and months. You gotta know what to do, man. You do. I learned some very, very, very valuable lessons just recently. In the last couple of months, people will come into your life and try to destroy your life. You be all peaceful and harmonious and just yay, life. I love life. And then the next thing you know, yeah, you gotta eliminate people. Like, you don't go and I'm gonna get some information from them. What, you just gonna get a lie. You gonna go and get the 411 from somebody like that. And I think it's a life lesson that some people just have not learned yet. If you want to have better relationships with especially somebody like me, because I'm always being sought out because I don't cheat. I don't lie. I really don't. I'm extremely transparent and honest. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people like me are rare to find. I'm a rare find in this world that we live in. Because the rest of the people like me are hiding. They're definitely not in social media. But I have a dream and I'm fulfilling that dream. Okay. So I'm not trying to be involved with nightmares. I don't want to be involved with all that hoopla and up and down. And see, here's the thing: when you live your life like that, you're gonna die like that. Okay, and so it's a lot of people with these generational hexes on them of destruction. Some of these people I done told them. Some of these people I told them they had a gen hex on them. They didn't want to spend the money. They didn't want to invest in themselves because that demon ain't gonna do nothing but keep trying to destroy you. I got about 9 candles lit over here to because I had to redo a generational hex remover for myself. So this is very, very important. I don't want to be living out on the damn streets when wintertime come. Are you crazy? And so I don't, yeah, I just don't. And yeah, people can use things against you. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? But that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, yeah, that I can talk about it now because I dodged a bullet, but while I had the gun, the barrel of the gun pointed at me, I had to choose my move strategically. Okay. And I for damn sure wouldn't be calling that person and telling them my business. You can't open up to people like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very, very, very careful. Who is this calling me? I'll call them back. Who is? I don't know who that is. So I mean, I got the advice when I was younger. Okay, keep your butt clean, stay away from crazy people. And it was one other thing that he told me. And that is a crazy person, a person that's going around like it's insane. It really is. It's insane. Just doing stuff that they know damn well they ain't got no business doing it, but they gonna do it anyway because they can't control themselves. Like, they don't think about how can it affect me in the future. When certain people are gonna have a negative effect on me in the future, I cut ties with them. unless I'm going to do a generational hex remover on them. And if it's a man, he's got to be with me. If I'm going to remove a generational hex from a man, typically he's got to be with me. If it's got something to do with, you know what I'm saying? Women come to me to get work like that done for their husbands. Mhm. So anyway, I'm gonna see who this is that's trying to call me, y'all. Yeah, I'm not trying to come down on nobody. I'm just saying, damn, and trust me, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson to stay away from people that lie all the time and people that always have this deception and always keeping some kind of damn drama going. You can't beat yourself up over letting them in your life, but what you can do is you can do what you got to do. Why does somebody keep calling me back to back like this? I'll see y'all later. I gotta go. I gotta call this person back to see who it is. They done called me like 4 times in a row. Yeah. Yeah, well, you ain't gotta go through life being lonely. I mean, most people have some kind of demonic attachment to them that they need to purge from their system. You know what I'm saying? And I think I overestimated my ability to be friends with certain people. I kind of and it was I learned a lesson for real, for real. So anyway, I gotta go, you guys. Yeah, people out there, they'll try to ruin your credibility and they'll be just complete lying snakes. And what else can you do but to ask God to deliver you from that kind of evil, especially when it's a lie being told on you that's definitely not the truth at all, not in any reality. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Um, I don't want to be lonely and manless the rest of my life, but God dang, whoever this is, okay, I gotta go, guys. See y'all later. Peace and love to y'all. Bye bye.